This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
I'm Katie RAML with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. It's the top story around the world, the fallout over Russia invading Ukraine. Ukraine now ordering full military mobilization to counter Russia. So far, at least 137 Ukrainian soldiers have been killed in just one day of fighting. President Biden and the international community hitting Russia with even more sanctions in response. The president saying he's in constant contact with his National Security Council. The new sanctions targeting Russia's financial institutions and their military. With the attack underway, the Biden administration is moving more U.S. troops further east in Europe. The president making clear they won't enter Ukraine. These air raid sirens echoing throughout major cities in Ukraine as Russian troops move in. Nighttime curfews remain in effect. As in any war, the worst effects are being felt by the everyday people who are caught in the middle. Shells have hit homes, and now the country's subway stations are turning into makeshift bunkers. Many of those who aren't seeking shelter within the country are doing everything they can to leave entirely as the Russian military closes in from the north, south, and the east. A developing story out of North Phoenix. The search is on for a person who shot and killed a man during a home invasion, and it was in the middle of the day. This happened Wednesday near 19th Avenue in Thunderbird. Phoenix police have identified the victim as 34-year-old Sergio Chalpino. We spoke with a neighbor who heard this, and for her own safety, we are not showing her face.
Honestly, don't feel like I'm safe now. So, like I said, I don't have little kids, but I do have a daughter that lives here with me, and for her to be out and about at night, it's crazy. I mean, it did happen during the day, but still, it's not good.
If you have any information, you're asked to call police or silent witness. Big developments now. 3 former Minneapolis police officers found guilty of violating George Floyd's civil rights. A federal jury finding the officers showed deliberate indifference to Floyd's medical needs back in May of 2020. Adding 2 of the officers failed to intervene to stop Derek Chauvin from kneeling on Floyd's neck, which ultimately killed him. In December, Chauvin pleaded guilty to civil rights violations related to Floyd's murder. Happening Friday, the CDC is expected to release its new guidelines when it comes to COVID restrictions. According to the Associated Press, the agency is expected to drop masking recommendations for most of the U.S. We're told the new guidance will say community levels of disease will not be determined by cases alone, but rather cases that led to significant consequences like hospitalizations or death.
It was a big surprise for those who went to work on Monday. They were like, when did this happen? So now they're looking forward to more.
Check this out. Some intersections in Tucson about to get more colorful. The city introducing these crosswalk murals. The creators say the artwork helps drivers slow down, while the designs highlight the community.
They're all reflective of this community, you know, Native, Indigenous, Latinx, Chicana artists. A lot of them grew up in this area and have come back, and a lot of them currently live within these streets.
This intersection chosen due to its high traffic area. The city's working to create more in the coming weeks. Trending now, a Virginia high school basketball player turns a blowout loss upside down. Senior Evan Randall went into the game's final moments, his team down by 40 points. Did he just do a backflip? But yes, he did. After Randall makes a 3-pointer, he does a backflip. The former cheerleader says no matter the final score, he just wanted to make the game memorable as a senior.